Hey guys, welcome to State of the Market. As you all know, I am Marc Fattore. I'm always joined by my lovely co-host Jennifer Dolh, and we are doing things a little different now, guys. So what we're going to be doing is taking in a lot of questions, information, queries that people are getting from their investment journeys, they're thinking about doing certain things and so on and so forth. And what we've done is collated a set of questions, or at least some key questions every week that we believe are going to give you some more clarity on the types of investment choices that you guys do make as well. So Jennifer, we've got a few questions that came in this week as well. I'll let you go through them and we'll go through them together.
Great. So I have 3 questions for you today.
Awesome.
I'll start with number 1. We are starting to see a lot of activity in the commercial development sector again in 2022 and beyond. Understanding this means the COVID hangover may be easing, with work from home being something from the past. What are your thoughts on this?
Look, a great question. I certainly do see that there's going to be a lot of activity in the market coming, let's say over the next 12 to 24 months. Of course, rising interest rates, things like that. It is certainly going to, put a bit of a halt on things, but at the same time, it's not going to slow things down. We've got professional developers, investors, wholesale funds, so on and so forth. They need to keep this money going. Yeah. So I think, yes, there might be a little bit of a slump or a low period that we're going to be going through, especially as they say, the COVID hangover. We are seeing more builders go into liquidation, so on and so forth. I truly, personally don't believe that this is going to be something that lasts forever. We are going to see a bit of a shift and a change, but you deal with it all the time as well. You would probably come across a lot of people that ask that initial question and saying, Jen, interest rates are rising. Is it a good time to invest?
Yeah. Had that today actually.
There you go.
Number 2, thanks for that anyway. The cost of living has been a big topic in the last few months now here in Australia. Rising fuel prices, grocery costs and general inflation across the board. Do you see this being a huge negative or positive impact on property investors being more aggressive in the coming months or even years? Yeah,
look, and again, another great question. It's something that we are going through now that is changing. Cost of living is definitely changing. House prices are cooling off, interest rates going up. Again, what I mentioned before. But I think we're going through a very different time. And I actually saw an interesting piece over the weekend that did mention that, we are in a much higher liquid position than what we were, let's say, back in 2008 or even 100 years ago, let's say. So if we are to go through, tightening times, things like that, people are still spending out there. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. I think, are we going to see, people tighten? Yes, we are. Is it going to stop them from investing? No, personally, I don't think so. And we get still a lot of inquiries day in, day out that basically, of people that are still very hungry to get into the market. So I think it's all going to be relative to everyone's timeline and their journey and where they're at the moment.
Great. Lastly, something that has been a topic in the last 12 months in discussion surrounding NDIS investment properties. This was something that was a hot topic in 2019, 2020, and even some parts of 2021. Is there a reason as to why we are not hearing much about it? Has the legislation changed? Is it no longer the flavour of the month now, as they say?
Yeah, I think, look, again, that's another great question. And you're right, I did certainly hear a lot myself. You're probably the same. A lot of people were, very, very keen to invest, let's say from a development perspective as well. A lot of people wanted to pick up a 5 townhouse site as an example and kit it out so that it was suitable for NDIS standard. Again, the regulators came in and tightened things a bit more. You weren't just able to get a property for the sake of it and kit it out. Not to mention, I think what really started pulling back with NDIS is the fact that you need to be located well. Right. So what I mean by that is we can't just go pick out a suburb and say, I've owned a block of dirt for God knows how long. I'm going to redevelop it and it's going to be an NDIS provider. That's great. But if it means that the travel time to get to, the services that are required for those people that do live in there is going to be more than 15, 20, half an hour, things like that, it's not a convenient investment from their perspective. Yeah. Governments, they'll still back it because obviously they'll sign the dotted line on it. But it's about the demand then for that type of asset in those specific locations. So again, I think it was certainly, personally speaking, I think it was a bit of a flavour of the month. I think, like anything, we've got, let's say, larger wholesale developers that come into the market and, go hard. Nothing stops them because that's their bread and butter. Then you've got someone who was maybe an investor for 10 years, decided to become a property developer because they got bored. Yeah. We're going to see those type of people from a professional and personal standpoint kind of get washed out of the market a little bit, and I think NDIS was certainly one of those things as well.
Awesome. Thanks for answering those questions. Just wanted to jump in and let you guys know, if you want to continue sending us some questions directly like you guys did last week to our LinkedIn messenger, or if you want to comment below on the video and just let us know what you want to hear about next, we're happy to help you. As I said, Marc's been well adjusted with all these questions. Do you have anything else to say, Marc?
No, I think that's it, guys. But like we said, each and every week we are going to be giving you guys more update about what's coming to us, what people are asking us, and how we can answer them accordingly. Again, there's never going to be a right or a wrong answer, and it's each to their own. And I think one last disclaimer as well is that this isn't financial advice. We're not certainly telling you what or what not to do. It's just what we are seeing in the market. And we hope you enjoyed our first new take of State of the Market. Of course, always time to sharpen things up. But that's it from us, guys. Enjoy.
Okay.